Hello. Alright. So, this stream is just kind of supposed to... This is the FACCAR X Poster Games Director's Cut stream. And the reason it's called that is because it's largely just going to be like me talking about FACCAR, the poster games, and like the Fossil Fighters account is a bit of like commentary, like director's commentary, like a movie, to like bookend this hopefully. And this is where we're going to start. Because it is a pain to search anything on this website, and it would not load all the way back to my old tweets. I just wanted to like go to profile, like scroll all the way down for like a minute or two, like just like have it on auto scroll and then be like start there. But it was like capped at like a certain point. What was it? It was capped at like the holiday special. It was capped at the FACCAR holiday special, and I was like, I can't really start there. There's a lot before that. And for a while, I just thought that the like advanced search up here, where you like do it by date, just wasn't going to work. But I tried it again, and it did for some reason. I don't know why it didn't the first time, but yeah. So yeah, as you can see here, I'm pretty sure I created the account on the 26th. Because I don't know. Oh, wait, no. I assumed oh, nope, 24th. I know that is, because maybe the 23rd, but that doesn't matter. That's not important. What's important is... Also, I'm really sorry for, like, any of these old tweets. Like, I had to read through them, and I was like, ew. Part of it's just really cringy, part of it's just... I was surprisingly mean at the start of this account. Like, I read some stuff and I was like, that's so mean, why would I say that? But yeah. Where does this start? Is this? Yes, okay, yes. Okay. So this is the start of FACCAR. This right here, when Terraria Facts, like, it's happening, the 7th annual hashtag Cumber Games. Cumber Games. Me signing up to this is what led to the creation of FACCAR. You do not get FACCAR without Cumber Games, so thank you, awesome Terraria Facts, for, like, creating Cumber Games. Because of that is the only reason FACCAR exists. So yeah, I signed up for the Hunger Games, which was an event Terraria was holding in, like, the Hunger Games simulator. And I was enjoying it. I had one issue with it, though. The one issue is that, like, it was slow. Like, they waited a few hours in between posts. If not, only made, like, 2 or 3 posts a day. And so the main inspiration behind FACCAR was that, except, there it is. Me arriving at the Hunger Games. Look, there's Terraria Facts. But yeah, so the one, like, critique I had of, like, the Hunger Games was just that it was so slow. Or not really slow, just, like, far-paced. Far-paced, that doesn't make sense. It was very farly paced. Very slowly paced. I don't know. But there was a lot of time, like, waiting in between, like, events. And so inspiration was just to make a faster paced version of it. What does this mean? Can I find it somewhere in here? But yeah, here's a bunch of the pictures I made during the event. Like, Terraria would, like... I can just click on it here. Terraria would, like... And like he'd post the screenshots, and I would like here. Where am I here? Like, it just says I discover a river. I made an illustrated version of that. It was that simple. Till the event ended, at which point, let me find it. There we go. So, to 0502 0430. Yes, there it is. That's the start of FACCAR. Okay. Where? Okay, there's the announcement post. Okay. So yeah. Terraria Facts held the Hunger Games. They ended. And then that brings me here. I asked Terraria, if I remember correctly, if I could like do this, since it was pretty much copying their idea, except faster paced. So I put like, I made this image endorsed by the Hunger Games and the state of Ohio, the FACCAR Grand Prix. I would like to officially announce the first FACCAR Grand Prix endorsed by Terraria Facts Hunger Games. This will be a race to the death of 22 people. And awesome, yep. I think, oh, it's Unova Facts, black and white. But yeah, Black and White Facts and Terraria, I think both had reserved spots because you can't do a 22-person simulation in the base one. It has to be 24, 36, or 48. And as we can see here, it took a while to catch on. This one only got 10 comments. So I had to like retweet it sometimes, but eventually it did fill out. So yeah, they both had some reserved spots. Awesome Pokemon Black and White Facts. Oh, Terraria Facts, Scaredy, Resident Evil, Breakfast Facts, really cool Luigi, Monkey, dude. Wet Blooper Facts, Rob Farts. Rob Facts. Where did... I feel like Rob Facts is still around in some capacity. Like, they changed the account, or like they had a separate account, because I feel like something tells me they're still around. PR Siren, Radical Nintendo Fact, Morshu, Flimbles, some Minecraft Server Facts, some Ravio, Qua, Yakuza, The Con Man, Random Pyramithra Thoughts, Rhythm Thief, Hoenn Facts, Farts, Awesome Cheems Facts, Awesome Sega Facts, and Fantastic Nintendo Facts. That was our first lineup. I'm gonna say... what would that be? Like 5/8 of these people have probably deactivated or switched accounts. That's kind of sad, but yeah. So yeah. Then I just held the first one. And was... it looks... yeah. The Hunger Games was still going on at the time, it looks like. Oh, or maybe there was a second one. That says day one. Yeah. So yeah, that happened. Held the first one, and... where was the thing? Oh, yeah. I think there was afterwards. Yeah, afterwards I voted. We took a vote. How often there should be a FACCAR. It was like 2 week. 2 week would have been crazy. I am so glad I did not do 2 a week. Then we got once a week, and then once a month. Looking back, I kind of wish it would have been once a month. Because, like, what led to, like, the end of FACCAR is mostly just like me getting burnt out and like making each one like more grand than the last. But like at this time, FACCAR was just like a simulation where I put people in, we did it. There wasn't much hype. I guess there was. It quickly became hyped up, but that's because of like the growing like scope of the project. But yeah, at the time, once a week was like decent because it was just like a little like, you know, it was a little simulation where I was just like putting people in it. But yeah, so just kind of scroll up. Does it say? Okay, so yeah, that's how it ended. Scaredy pushed PR Sign into the harbor. That led to Scaredy Shrooms winning the first Grand Prix. And the funny thing is that... Did I instantly announce signups for the second one, or they must have happened the next day? So we'll go 05, 02, 2, 05, 2 plus 7 would be 9. So yeah, there's the signups for the second one. And this was like the start of the little like graphic to where I just kind of like took the original one where FACCAR Grand Prix. I think I moved it to the side some. I assume I edited it to where I feel like originally FACCAR was more centered in the first one, but I added the second, so I moved it over. And the idea was just like to put the winners like along the branches. But yeah, Scaredy won the first one, and funnily enough, if I scroll through here, okay. This one filled out a lot faster because the first one I know I had to like really push for people to like join, which even though it did like fill up in like a day or two, was after like me like tweeting 5 or so times and like a lot of retweets from others. But yeah, the second one I like put the submissions out, and I'm sure if I like scroll to it, yeah, this one got the 12 people pretty quickly, and then from there filled out. And so yeah, there it is filling out. So go 12 9. Me petting my cat, fossil rock in the ground tonight. It's done there for a very long time. I like that. I like. Oh, there, look, it was me engagement farming where I was making art. Yeah. I like that. Me. Okay, so yeah, after a little bit more posting, I got finally like filled out the roster. Wait, that's the third one. Spoilers. If I scroll down here. There is a picture of the second one somewhere. Okay, well there's the stats for it. I can't find the like... Maybe I didn't do like the pregame post like I normally did, which is kind of weird. We had Scaredy Shroom again, Womp Facts, The Menacing, Chaos Trio Facts, Digga Facts, Morshoe, Winston from Friday Night Funkin', Ian Hawk, JT Tunes, Leafy on Facts, Zelda Facts, Gladiator Kraken, Flimbles, Funky Nintendo Facts. That dude. Funky Nintendo Facts was so long ago. I I don't even think they still post. I don't imagine they do. I think Funky Kong Fact is the only, like, still alive Funky Kong Fact account. Sea Pickle's debut. Randy Facts, Epic Luigi Facts, and dude, they have had so many name changes. So, like, they've been in quite a few, though, if I remember right. Fantastic Nintendo, Rhythm Thief, Black and White, Qua, Rob Facts, Family Guy, Monkey. The good thing about, like, the early FACCARs is that pretty much every, like, roster was, like, a different... It wasn't completely different, but, like, it would be, like, pretty 50-50 split on, like, who was in, who wasn't. But, yeah. Anyways, funny thing is, Scaredy Shroom won the second one again. So, they won 2 FACCARs back to back. The first 2, and the funny thing is, I think that they are the only person to win more than 1 FACCAR. So that it happened this early on is really funny. And this started the, this was like the big, like, FACCAR is rigged thing. This started that bit, which... There haven't been many claims FACCAR was rigged in a while, but that used to be a running gag. But yeah, that led to the signups for the third one having 2 Scaredy Shrooms. Oh, P.S. the games will now be held on Sundays. Okay. I was going to say, for a second there I read that and I was like, oh, were the games not always on Sunday? But yeah. The first 10 all the classic traditional FACCARs before I started occasionally streaming them were on Sunday. But yeah, we had the signups for that. It had 13 again, so now we'll do... That was the 9th, so doing 09. If I add 7 to that, that would be... I'll just add 6 to it and go 15. 10. Is there anything in here? I doubt it, because this was like the off day. Oh, is this? That must have been Fact Account Day. Yeah, Awesome Facts Day. May 13th. Oh, that was yesterday. Man. We missed out. So, now this to 15 to 18 just to be safe. Look at this duck. That's an awesome duck. What's this? Sports word. Okay. There's the sign up for the 4th. Let's look at our roster for the 3rd. Alright. Our roster was for the 3rd was Mewtwo Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Render Daily. Derp. Was this Derp's first? Or were they in the last one? Yeah, Banishimi, Astrobot Facts. Terrence. Oh, Terrence! Leafeon Facts, Ian Hawk, The Con Man, Gladiator Kraken Returned, Flimble, Rhythm Thief, Trollface Monkey. Oh, Rivals of Aether Facts. That is a notorious name right there. Man, fuck that guy. But, yeah, then we have Biggie Cheese Facts. I feel bad for him being teamed up with that guy. Knuckle Facts, Qua, Epic Luigi Facts, Breakfast Facts, Womp Facts, Scaredy Shroom appeared for the 3rd time, Fish Facts, Deus Ex, Necromancer Facts, and Water Facts. This was Water Facts' debut, I think. Man. Going through this, I'm like seeing all these names and I'm like being like, oh wow, I remember that person. They were cool. It's like, I wonder what happened to them now, and it's like, oh yeah, their account doesn't exist anymore. that was that that was the Minecraft. That was the Awesome Facts Minecraft server. I'm gonna go to a wild guess and say that was C Pickle Space. But yeah. So we come to who won this one? It was breakfast, right? That's what it looked like. Yep. Breakfast Facts won that one. And I did the 4th FACCAR Grand Prix. And oh, okay, this is when I must have started like the adding an item, like to where I'd be like, comment with an idea for an item, so that way the games would like get more interesting. We see there. Also, if I remember right, this is when I also like did like the team up things for. I reached out to accounts that were like participating in like the other FACCARs like multiple times. I was like, hey, who would you want on a team in FACCAR or something? Or I'd be like, who are 3 people you want to like be on a team in FACCAR? 5, because I wanted 5 to be like a little special since it was like the number 5. So after a few weeks, so when I announced 4, I also DM'd people and was like, hey, make a team for like another FACCAR in 2 weeks. And I think that's all I really told them. So this one's like a bit in advance because I had like a surprise factor. Because after that, like the event ones became like, okay, big event guys, make your teams in like the comments. And so people like were 5 really set the precedent for like what an event was going to be. An event FACCAR, a big one. And so, but yeah, I like 5 because 5 had caught people off guard because I felt like nobody really expected the trailers. So then let me think. 18 plus 7. 2, so that'd be 25. And then 23. So yeah. Oh yeah, there were a lot here. Scroll all the way to the bottom. And let me scroll up. Okay, here was the roster for the 4th one. We have Funky Fish Facts, Deus Ex, Rhythm Thief, Waybright. Is that? I think. No, Waybright appeared in one before this. More Shooter, 2 Tunes, Ian Hawk, Dirt, PVZ Facts, Lime, Scaredy, Slippery Slime, Terrence, One on Mario, Knuckles Facts, Limbo, Pokemon Black and White, The Menacing Necromancer, Rice Cooker, The Epic Tank Man Facts, Breakfast Facts, Water Facts, Epic Luigi Facts, Fenderland. So this one was largely returning people. Like, I feel like at least 75% of these were returning. That's because FACCAR was starting to gain a little traction at that point. But yeah, people want. I won't say gaining a little traction. That makes it sound like it was becoming super popular. But people like wanted to be in it, and they knew like roughly like when, so they'd like comment. But it still wasn't super. Like I wasn't having to cut anyone yet, because it'd be like I'd make a post, and after like a few days, like at least 3, the roster would fill out, and nobody would really comment after that. But yeah. So they all did that, and who was our winner? I will have more to talk about like once it gets later into like the actual like trailers and stuff. So yeah. Waterfax won the 4th one. And oh yeah, this started the dries into a fountain thing. I love like what is it? I feel like there were a few. There were a few FACCARs I feel like to where like it would get down to like the last segment and like the winner would be like taking out an opponent. Meanwhile, like the other opponent, like that's left, would like drive into the fountain. I really enjoy that bit though. But yeah. And then did FACCAR... Okay, let me go to... At this point I probably should go to like the YouTube channel and go to like the FACCAR playlist. Okay, and we'll bring those up in a bit. Oh, that's the FACCAR screenplay. That'll also be brought up later. So, at this point, the FACCAR, everyone get to add 5 items to the game. Oh, that's okay. So, this was after the announcement of 5. And this was just to, like, get, like, a lot more events in the game. Because, like, after, like, 4 weeks, you know, the events are starting to repeat and stuff. To, like, just spruce things up. Anytime, like, I mention, or not really I mention, but anytime, like, in FACCAR that, it's, like, someone mysteriously disappears from their room after, like, some hand, like, picks them up and takes them out. That's a reference to this. In its most recent form, I think it's, like, a hand picks them up and takes them to another plane. Yeah, you can thank Sasha Wainwright Facts for like that one. Someone died like that in the last one. I know that. But yeah, here was the hype up. So 4 had just ended. Water Facts had won. And I was like, all right, now that the 4th FACCAR, it's time to start up the applications for the 5th. And it's like, wait, what? There's an event. Then looks amazing, wasn't it? There were a lot of spelling mistakes, but yeah. I don't think I told anyone I was making a trailer. Yeah. Rhythm Thief didn't know. But yeah, that came to this. Yeah. You hear that? That's not Lifelight. The Hi, Happy Crafter 15.6. But yeah. This led to the 5th trailer, which set to Lifelight, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And yeah, I had all the drawings made out for this. Had the teams. Oh, there's Sup. Oh yeah, this was Sup's first one. Who did I... Probably Black and White Facts. There's probably Black and White Facts who wanted them in. Yeah, each one also had like their own music. They had... I can just like... Love Sup. I miss Sup. Sup has been gone for so long now. That's crazy. But yeah. We had like all the people in there. Was that... Yeah, this was Funky Kong's first like appearance in FACCAR as well. Funky Kong Facts. Unfortunately, they were also teamed up with Rivals of Aether Facts, unfortunately. But yeah, then we had the Luigi team. And then, but yeah. Skip through it. Yeah, then we had that like roll call at the end where it went back to like Lifelight. Sup was the go. You're right. Then I feel like, yeah, it ended with that. And what was it? If it's up on Discord and stuff, he's okay. That's good to hear. I have not... He has not been on Twitter in years, I feel like. Just on X, the Everything app. No, he is not. That's good that Sup's still around. But yeah, so after the trailer, so with Metroid, a lot of you know them. Oh yeah, I remember Metroid. They were in a few of these. They haven't been in one for a while. That's good. Their streams sometimes. I'll have to like look into that. But yeah. After 5 was announced and I put out the trailer, Derp wanted to be in the event, which it was originally why I like added the guest accounts. But Derp wanted to be in the where is it? Do you want to be a guest account? Not really. Oh. And I felt bad, so I extended the roster. And that's how we got like all of like the DLC the DLC teams as they like became known. And yeah, it like brought back that. And oh, I made the original FACCAR 5 trailer on a pirated copy of Sony Vegas. And for the DLC, I took that segment from like the end of the trailer and I like reversed it. So that's what's happening with like all the trippy visuals here. To where it's like 3 versions of the same image. But yeah, and it was just like more of the FACCAR 5 trailer. And we had 5 of those up until there. Where that now at this point I think I can move on to FACCAR 6. That sounds honestly I don't know if I any besides the last 2 because I never was the fact account just kinda there. I don't know, I feel like I saw your name kinda early. If I think with Happy Crafter 15.6, I feel like you're Happy 156. Yeah, you're Happy. Okay, I know who you are now. I feel like you were in an earlier one, a slightly earlier one. Not like super early. But yeah. Name is dumb. It's not too dumb. But yeah. So, add 7 to that. So that'll put me at like 06. Just do 02. I know, I had seen your name for a while. Because I do remember like seeing it. You didn't appear in any for a while. Oh no, have we run out? Have we run out of luck? Nope, I just need to put more. What does this mean? That must be me. Oh, was I in? I don't know what that is. Okay. 605. Oh, that's when K Rule Facts just got rid of their account. That was sad. Okay. Did I take a break after 5? That's what this is looking like, but yeah. 10 was the big one. This is when after 5, that's when FACCAR really blew up. Because of like the trailer. FACCAR 6, yeah, here it is. Because FACCAR 6 has 48 people instead of 24. Had Awesome Nico Facts, Ninjago, Splatoon, Marvel Facts, Monster Hunter, Animated Soup, Arbitrare, HHP. I think that's Derp's alt account, yeah, because it's just Derp backwards. Iron Facts, 3D World, Epic Luigi, Fortnite, FNF, Default, Fortnite, another Fortnite. Gojira with Shades, Wacky Dry Bones, Gex Facts, and Blacephion. Plushie. This is Plushie's first appearance, I think. Radical Capybara, Chompzilla, Wacky Pea Shooter, Silver Tony, K-Rool, Puppeteer, Rhythm Thief, Rap Facts. Oh, dude, I remember Rap Facts. Rob Facts, Mechagodzilla, Ravio, Sans Facts, Pokemon Black and White, Breath of the Wild Facts, Fire Opinions, Roy Facts. I think I remember Roy Facts. And then Mock Rider and a Dipshit. I don't remember who that one is. Then we have Breakfast Facts, Slime Facts, Grass Facts, Monkey, Terraria, Funky Fish, Morshoe, and Flimbles. That's a reoccurring team for a while. Terraria, Fish, and Morshoe. I don't think Flimble stays on it though, cause. But yeah. So that was the second. Okay, so yeah, I must have took a break. So do 07 to 09. 10. We'll try that instead. 11, 12. Are we out of luck? Okay. Well, there wasn't any big changes until 10 either. Hello? I have like a laptop standing up there, so that way I could watch the stream and like interact with chat, but it appears it has disappeared. So I will open up the Twitch app and view it that way, if I have the Twitch app. My channel. Click into that. I think my laptop died. I'm fairly close to some of the fact. I missed that. Yeah. I just read your newest chat because apparently my laptop just stopped. But yeah. Fairly close to some of the fact account people, but really interacted with until recently, like Terraria Facts. I feel like I'm kind of semi in the same boat. I'm close with like different groups, or I was at some point, and then since then I've like went farther away. Now it's just like everyone. Now the community's mostly dead beside Sea Pickle and Funky Kong. I see them a lot. Try 12 to the 20th. Alright, I'm thinking... Yeah, this is the problem I had earlier, to where it was just like, it just keeps saying that, which having the dates in the wrong order does not help with that. There we go. Yeah, Funky Kong and Sea Pickle are really cool. I do really enjoy the events they put on as well. What is it? Like when I start talking about I think All the Time in the World is where I had like the desert thing, and it was like happening roughly at the same time that Sea Pickle was doing like their End of the Pickleverse arc. I took some inspiration from that, and I feel like Funky Kong did the Redzer thing before I did like the post, like the Twitter, like the FACCAR lore I did. So my friends, I found through the fact account stuff, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, where am I at here? Oh. That's me pinging Ikuzuki. They haven't been active in a long time as well. Where am I at now? So... So if I go to... it looks like I became less active at this time. Yeah, I don't think they did anything wrong. I think they just kind of disappeared, didn't they? Yeah, I feel like they just disappeared. Yeah. Their banner. Oh, you did. That's crazy. It's unfortunate. But yeah. I remember liking them. They were always really positive. Oh, 08 21 and put that one to 24. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Me and Skyward Sword Facts decided to do like a race to 1,000 followers because we were both at 900. And Banjo, Fax, and someone else did it. Is it Bowser Golf? I feel like it was Banjo and Bowser Golf that did a big follower race. Yeah, I was inspired by those, and we did it. But where? I keep posting that picture of Doug Bowser. I must have went on some sort of hiatus on FACCAR. At some point, because do until 30 since 25. All right, I'm gonna head out. All right, you too, Happy. Thanks for showing up. But yeah. And, looks like this was the start of the Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed era. And Gartic Phone. Oh, I think I played Gartic Phone with a group of fact accounts at that point. That's where that came from. Okay, here I'm more active, it seems like. Yeah, here's a Banjo-Kazooie account. Are they? Nope, that one's dead. So we'll do since 8:30 until 9:05. And oh, okay. So 09:10. I didn't realize I took a big break after 5. There's a lot of this picture. I still like this picture. This is a 4K version I made of it. And so we'll do 15th since the 10th. In fact, oh, this was when I rebranded to Scooby-Doo Facts for a Day, I think. Yeah. For Scoobtober, maybe? What is that? What is that? Oh, there's me talking to Gigi. What's up? Alright, 09. Change that. 15. Yeah. That's a copy pasta. I swear that's a copy pasta. I haven't seen it in a long time though. I missed that one. That's just like a YouTube comment to a Donkey Kong video. It's not happening. There's never gonna be James Gunn Scooby-Doo 3 as much as it pains me to say. Drew a flower. Put the flower upside down. The flower's not upside down though. Oh. That's a Neotastic the world ends with you facts. I commented that to them because that's a line from one of the songs in the game. I miss them. Them and Yokai Watch Facts. It's really unfortunate that they did just straight up disappear. Okay, I definitely feel like I brought FACCAR back by now. Because I do not remember taking like a bunch of weeks off before FACCAR 10. Unless I did. Oh, I must have. Because that is me hyping up myself returning. I've done this a few times. I have, like, posted a picture of my skull and returned at Halloween. So what did I return to? Okay. Something is missing. Anything important happened while I was gone? Okay. Epic Bulbasaur. Just watched a movie. I liked it. I don't know what this is referencing. I've never been in this theater. I'm back and better than ever. I think that's a Mevins reference. And then this is FACCAR Z. I feel like... Okay, so when did 10 happen? If I come here to the 10 teaser, which... Okay, yeah, it uses the Avengers theme. But... June 12th. Okay, apparently the other FACCARs are just missing, so I'll just, like, fill in what I remember. But yeah, this was the short trailer the teaser. And it was just like using to hype up pretty early on. Like, I feel like I don't think it was released like after 5, but it was released semi-shortly. And that, okay, I use Awesome Slime Rancher facts there because they had deactivated their account or they got banned or something, and they just disappeared. So that's why I use them to fall into the Facteater. Then we have Nintendo Factors like the protagonist, because they did appear in 5. And so I was like, they're the biggest account. I'll just make them the protagonist, or like seem to be the protagonist. But yeah. And that's where the Facteater came from, which at this point was just a gimmick. Weakness speed. I had to have the gimmick just to be like, okay, why are we launching? Then I own the FACCAR board. This is when lore actually starts. Like, before this, there wasn't any, so I just like made this all up. I was like, okay, we'll have Nintendo Facts go to space. Why? Because they're the biggest account, so they're the richest. And how is it going to come back to me in like FACCAR? So I was like, okay, I'll own the FACCAR track, and because the Facteater's weak to speed, they'll have to come to me since I have the fastest cars. Yeah, that led to this, and what songs? Yeah, some epic music. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, so this was just to create some hype. And it ends with a look into the Facteater. We just get closer and closer. And then it cuts away. And does Lifelike play? No. But the Avengers theme plays, I bet. The race to space. Yes. I enjoy that teaser, but because it seems I just can't find the rest of it. So, nothing really important happens event-wise, I don't think. Besides just like people winning some races. Which I can look up, because I think I still have like all the pictures on my phone. If I come to Fact Account, FACCAR folder, it's probably in there. So yeah, 5th FACCAR. Fish Facts won. Fantastic Fish Facts won that one. And so they got put on it. And the 6th one, at some point I changed the top part where it said like sponsored. I changed it to endorsed by the Hunger Games, the State of Ohio, Awesome Pokemon Black and White Facts, and Water Facts. So there's just this huge banner at the top. There's the one with Fish Facts for the 6th. There's one. Then Splatoon Facts won the 6th one, it looks like. So then it got to the 7th, and they were on there. Oh, Landon. Landon won the 7th. So there's that, and it's the 8th. That banner's still up there at the 8th. Then it got to the 9th, which was won by Silver. So it led to the 9th FACCAR, which Yokai Watch Facts won the 9th one. I miss Yokai Watch Facts. So yeah, that led to this banner. This is like the complete original banner. And at this point, I added Funky Fish Facts to the list of like endorsements. But yeah. Oh yeah. That didn't happen for a while. But yeah. And at some point I changed like the logo to like that one. Also, I seem to have forgotten about it. There was FACCAR Red, White, and Blue, which was the 4th of July Day FACCAR, and the Con Man won that one. That's the profile Con Man had at the time. I would never do another FACCAR Red, White, and Blue. I would hate it now. But yeah. So what was it? For 10, back on 10, so yeah, I announced 10, and we had all the, like, the sign-ups happen. Because it's just not going to load it seems like, but yeah. Had it go back to there. Put chat back up. And yeah. So we had 10 happen. Then I had the short trailer. And it uses Breakdown from JoJo's. And there is text on the people's names. As you can see, that's important because I was still using the pirated copy of Sony Vegas at the time. And so originally I wanted just like a bunch of like few minute trailers. But as I was like drawing, I was like, okay, I don't want to like draw, edit the trailer, then publish the trailer, and then like draw some more, edit the trailer, publish the trailer. I'd rather do it all at once. So after this one, I made the 17-minute long trailer. And what is it? It uses that song from DuckTales, the game. This intro sequence is inspired by Star Wars, yes. Not because I like Star Wars, but because Terraria Facts somehow like came up with the idea for me to use this. Like, I forget what I was doing, but they, for some reason, they like took me to like, oh yeah, go to this website and like just do it there. And I was like, okay. But yeah, this is like the exposition because I didn't start doing like the lore posting before the race. But yeah, this is FACCAR X, the Great Space Race. After the 5th FACCAR, a strange hole was opened in the fabric of time, space. It went unnoticed for a while until it started growing, and Facteater started rapidly disappearing. Scientists were sent to the research to the tear, and they dubbed it the Facteater. They also discovered high velocity shrunk the tear. However, it seemed something was alive deep inside the Facteater, something from the past that should have been locked away forever. A letter was sent to the FACCAR board, and they decided to send their 20 best racers to space, but first a large race of 96 people would be held to determine the best. Now let's meet the contestants. Yeah, that now becomes a reoccurring thing. This trailer really sets, like, I love this trailer. It was so long, and I'm just so happy that, like, at the time, the, like, fact account community was, like, large enough for like me to put 100 people in this race, because it says 96, and there are 100 people who participated in this race. One of them, if I were to redo this today, would not have been in this race, because rivals of Aetherfax did appear in this race purely because they had already signed up before like they were like kicked out of the community, and I didn't want to like screw over the other people on their team. So I reluctantly put them in this one as a boss addition to the last half of the race, which they have a piece of art that doesn't appear in this trailer because I waited until after both of the like the preliminary rounds from where FACCAR 10 was 2 48-player races, taking the top half of both of those, putting them in a race. Except for one team. But yeah, so they got to race in here. Luckily, like, they lost pretty quickly, if I remember right. But yeah. There were other people on their team that I didn't want to, like, kick out. That's the only reason that they even got like a spot in this race. But yeah, it uses Breakdown, which this becomes a reoccurring thing because this started like a trilogy of sorts. But yeah, it goes through all the people. Also, notice the names are gone. That's because my pirated copy of Sony Vegas crashed like 3 times as I was like putting on all the names. Just like, fine, I won't put any names, except it saved one person's name. For some reason, Flipnote Studio Facts name did not like disappear. For some reason, the project left it in, but because I just assumed that like all the names were gone, it's still in there. So they got their name. It goes through all those. Then, oh yeah. So some of the art, because like FACCAR 10 was like getting, it took months to like develop. Some of the accounts like deactivated. So the way I handled it, I put them in, but I just had like this like kind of like smoke aura thing coming from them. Scaredy was like the first one I put it on, and that's why they kind of look like a slug, because I didn't quite decide how like I wanted to do the smoke effect yet. So that's why they look like a slug there. And I think it's done so much better here with Breath of the Wild facts, to where it just kind of like grows out. But yeah, what is it? It's like teams had the burst marks, I think. Most teams have, yeah, teams have burst marks to like show them, be like, wow, like a background, or they have someone with like the smoke effect if one of the accounts is deactivated. But yeah, this goes on for a while, and at some point, yeah, everyone still has theme songs. But yeah, so a few of the theme songs from this one are actually like repurposed from 5, I think, because some people have like reoccurring themes, I guess. Mostly like it has to do like with, were you on this team and it used this song? Okay, if the team is mostly the same, then I use the same song. Or I give it to one person, which some people have, which it continued for a while. This, yeah, at this point it switched over to a fighter select song from a video game I can't remember the name of right now. That's the one track known from it. And you go to the end, there's Sup, to the end, and this was the wrong Mega Man fact account. They were like 2 different fact accounts for Mega Man, and somehow I like got them mixed up, so I put the wrong one in this event. I think I used the right PFP, but like I was always pinging the wrong one about like what was happening. Just kind of funny to look back on. Yeah, there's Flimble's team. Breath of the Wild facts. And get to this point. Yeah, still playing the song, and then it like fades away to the Facteater. And then there's like the rewinding bit from like, oh yeah. This was the first montage. To where I go back through all the rosters of all the previous Fat Cars. Then all the winners. I went back through all the winners. Before starting up the last few teams of racers. The time I was in like a Luigi takeover arc. Yeah, we do that. We have that team. And then it goes to like a roll call again at the end. But yeah, and it slowly fades away to the FACCAR X, the Great Space Race. And Rhythm Thief Facts ended up winning this one, so I made this little like, it's set to like the Rhythm Thief Fact theme. I made this in like 10 minutes after the event ended, and had them like driving the spaceship into the Facteater to like blow it up. Which, at this point in time, here's like the winner thing for them, and the finalized version of the last 10. I didn't include Con Man on it because they won like red, white, and blue, and I couldn't really. I guess I could have put them down by Yokai Watch Facts, but at the time it was just like, I don't want to ruin the symmetry. But yeah. So, Rhythm Thief Facts won. Who was on like Team FACCAR or Facteater? Because FACCAR art. Oh, they were a team of 3? That's Xehanort. That's Xehanort. I don't remember who that one is. Yeah. At the time, the Dark Force, like, implied was... Yeah. I'm glad I've, like, got rid of that plot point. Now the Facteater itself is, like, the villain. But, yeah. Now it's just, like, some force that existed. But, yeah, so Rhythm Thief drives into the Facteater. It blows up. And... Okay. And that led to the very short-lived FACCAR Z, beginning of the end, where FACCAR 10 in the center of space, the Facteater grows as Rhythm Thief facts travel towards it at light speed. In a moment, it's over. Rhythm Thief implodes and is never heard from again. Only their hat returns to Earth, unknown of what became to Rhythm Thief. And yeah, that's like the Facteater. Their face is like all fiery and stuff, like in the black hole looking thing. Then we have the outline of Kazuki here, which I kind of wanted. I did these like weird cracks in like the exploding ball of light to kind of like mask it. But yeah, that's implied to be Kazuki. And 2 years have passed since the Facteater was ended. After the race, almost everybody returns to their normal lives, except for Bowser Golf, who became president of the United States, and Fossil Fighter, who retired from the FACCAR board to pursue other things. However, the Facteater, was not destroyed; it was scattered. Over the past 2 years, it's become stronger and reformed. So, yeah. So here's how the FACCAR the lore works. The first 4 aren't really canon to anything. They just kind of exist. And then I guess the ones before that don't really matter if they're canon or not. They can be considered canon until they contradict something else. 5 is canon because of like the setup, I think. No. Everything before 10 is barely canon just because like there isn't really any lore. Because 10 sets up lore with it happening. It's not like anything really before that contradicts it. But yeah, 10 is like the starting point. And then because Rhythm Thief like imploding the Facteater is like a timeline shift to where the timeline like branches. One of these universes is the FACCAR Z timeline. And the other is the FACCAR 11 screenplay. And then there is a third one, which is... It's not really like... I guess it's All the Time in the World, but All the Time in the World is more like... Also the rebranching point. Here, let me open MS Paint. Like, here's 10, here's Z, and here is Facteater's Requiem /11 / movie. And here is FACCAR X, the poster games. Because all 3 of these are like a split off. They all like split off 10, like they all have to do with Rhythm Thief like driving into like the Facteater. But these are much more like branched universes. And FACCAR X poster games incorporates those branches into like its story while having, well, like being a sequel to like what happens in 10. But yeah. So this brings us to the point before 11, 10:30 to 1021. So we'll go to 1110 since 1110. That doesn't make sense. Since 10:30. Dive being overpowered. I love the dive being overpowered. There we go, God. Yeah, then there was a revised version where I made it look better, and I kind of like drew inspiration from a biblically accurate angel for the Facteater. And I wanted to make Kazuki blend in a little bit more. There's that. And it wants to be a FACCAR. Then we'll do 1120 since 1110. To a FACCAR seed. And this was a redoing of the first page. Yeah, after everything was scattered, something happened. Everything reformed but different. There were now hundreds of planets. Everyone now had special powers known as factoids. These powers can vary from person to everyone. Which is, yeah, I rewrote Z at some point because I had the idea from 11. Did 11? I forget if factoids existed before this, I think, because they were part of an idea for like back when 11 was supposed to be like a movie. But it was like repurposed. So I either repurposed Z into 11 or 11 into Z. I think they both probably kind of like drew inspiration from each other. But yeah. 11:30, 11:20. Please use my Crabber referral code. I missed the Crabber. Oh, that's awesome. Pathfinder held like that's awesome. Path held like a rewards ceremony thing. I won because of FACCAR. If Red Zero Arc would have been out at the time, I think Radical Funky Kong Packs would have had it. But yeah. I'll do 12:10 since 2021, 11:30. RPG. Okay, yeah. Then I brought it back with the holiday special, which, as you can see at this point, FACCAR is in its like prime. Like 44 comments. Yeah, okay, we'll watch the 11 teaser. It's set to, I thought I set it to Mr. Blue Sky, but... Oh yeah, this is just the teaser. Did I not upload the trailer? I thought... But yeah, this was just like outlining the premise of the movie. But it's just a bunch of PNGs. Did I not upload like... I could have swore I made like a smaller trail. I like set this to Mr. Blue Sky. Oh, maybe that was supposed to be the opening, because I did like animate a little bit of this before I was like, I don't actually want to make a movie of moving PNGs. But yeah. That leads to 11, which leads to the holiday announcement, which... Yeah. It's that Christmas song. But yeah, that. And I say, like, 2 weeks before FACCAR X, like, there's a timeline at this point. But that is merely because I haven't yet worked out how I wanted people, for there to be a timeline reason, like a canonical reason for, like, how people are not dying during this race. So, during the holiday one, it's like 2 weeks before FACCAR X when all the awful stuff happens. And, but yeah. Really, it doesn't matter where in the timeline that takes place or if it even happens in the timeline, seeing as it's really only 10 and like what comes after it matters. But yeah, so we had the holiday special and was that hype? Yeah, that must have been me hyping it up. Yeah. Then do 20 cents, 12, 10. Die Gangster Gang. Ew. Oh wait, that's not who I thought it was. So nothing happens there, so we'll do 30th, 20th. Congrats to Plushy Facts for winning the holiday special. Do I have a picture of everyone during the holiday special? I'm assuming it's got to be here somewhere. There it is. So, it looks like I only let 24 people in, probably because I didn't want to do another 48-person race. We had Terrence, Cursed Twerky, Stainless Steel, Stainless Iron Bar, Terraria, Floppa, Easter. I remember them. I wonder what happened to them. Radical Capybara, Oculus, Gex, Plushy Facts, Monty Mole, Rhythm Thief, Christ McDouble, like Bowser Fury, Metroid, Sea Pickle, Bonnie, Walter Clements, Breath of the Wild, Fortnite, Nintendo, Awesome. That must be like after like, because there's two Awesome Nintendo Facts. There's the original, and then there is like the second one to where like they kind of took over his account. They created another account named Nintendo Facts, and it was a completely different person. That must be them, because I only remember the real and Awesome Nintendo Facts participating in one. Got Mickey, Gibraltar, and Wayo Wayo, which was Minor Wolf Facts. Yeah. And Plushy Facts won this one. Stop. Yeah, Plushy Facts won the holiday special. And 30, 2022, 1, 10. I am at Scooby-Doo Enjoyer. Yeah, that counts dead. It's National Trade Day Eve, National Trade Day. Oh, that was before my birthday. Okay, that's what that is. Fossil Fighter between July 20th. I don't even want to know. What's this? Something 2022. FACCAR roadmap. Facteater's alive. Oh, yeah. Okay, this was the plan. This is like the ideas I had for the FACCAR 11 screenplay, like mapped out and really blurry. So FACCAR AR recap. AR recap. What does AR stand for? Oh, Awesome Rhythm Thief Facts. What they did. So Awesome Rhythm Thief Facts, like blowing it up. Character intros. Intro to Bowser Golf. Find Fantastic Fossil Fighter Facts. Learn the occasion of the artifacts. King Knight. Then Fact City. Something. Okay, so yeah, that's just like the plot outline for the movie. Which, it did follow that. That is the final one used. feel like I can probably skip it, like bring it up to that point, because I feel like I stopped using Twitter that often at this point. What comes after? Oh yeah. If FACCAR 12 is next, then yeah. Because so we'll do 02 30 since there isn't an 0230. There's on the February 30th. It only goes to the 28th. Putting the ghosts. Fossil Fighter Classic. I love oil. I do not love oil. 0330. 0301. Okay. So, yeah, that was the original logo for FACCAR 11, the last race, quote unquote, because it was supposed to be the end. There's a lot of fat cars that are supposed to be the end the further you go. But yeah, and then I created the custom logo, which I like it. I will say, like, looking at it now, it's not the easiest to read, but I kind of like it more than just the parody logo. Oh, there's a really crusty version of the logo, though. Let me find that, because it's bad. I took, like, a Fast and Furious logo and, like, chopped it up. And put that in there. Where is that? That's in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. I took a Fast and Furious logo, like, chopped it into little pieces. And then that was the logo for a while for FACCAR 11. Then it was really quickly changed to, like, the NASCAR one. And then it was changed to the custom one. Then yeah, 0430, 0401. FACCAR in real life, Fox FACCAR. 4. In addition, Star Wars chocolate milk, slightly used. Fair. It's if they were Dippin' Dots. Yeah. And then this is the final version of the logo. I like it more. It's much more readable than having the Big 11 where it's like FACCAR, the Facteater's Requiem. Because at this point, I stopped saying it was the last one and I was going to finish it. Oh, there's just a nice little comparison of art evolution throughout it. I like that. There's a look at the art of FACCAR. Okay, 5 days until FACCAR 5's first anniversary. So then I just posted all that. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie 1995. That is what that poster looks like, isn't it? Yeah. FNAF. Then, okay. Because I had, like, given up on 11, having it, like, the movie be referred to as 11, I ended up doing a race for 11. It's 48 people. Yep, 48 people. It looks like 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Yeah, 48 people, and it had Sans Fact that's Fun Hippie's first appearance. They become, I think it's their first appearance. They appear in a lot, though, I remember. Once they start appearing, they don't stop. Necromancer, Sasha Waybright, One Piece, Latent Facts, This Tuesday, Sea Pickle, Krebs, Plushy Facts, Defense 303, GT62, Sprout Mole, okay, Floppa Morshoe, Tony, Anime Suit, Mr. Fish, Derp, Gibraltar, Redstone Golem, Resident Evil, Literally You, Accurate Facts, Crazy Random, Lemon, Cornsearch Crusader, Ian Hawk, Sinus Iron Bar, Base Baby Yoda, Cancel. Oh, that's Cancel's first appearance, I think. Okay, Fortnite Facts, Nintendo, Burger King, Monica, Soul Calibur, Terraria, Terrence, Barry. Scaredy Shrooms reappeared because they undeactivated Luigi and one at the VA. Then scroll up there, and who won but Risk of Rain 2 Facts. FACCAR Facteater. This is the biggest racing upset ever. May 15th. They aren't on there. Or were they? Oh, were they? Oh, they are accurate facts. Okay, I just didn't realize it because that wasn't their. That isn't their at anymore. And it was their old PFP. That's funny though. There was a three-way between Film Sans Facts, One Piece Facts, and Accurate Facts. Nobody voted for Accurate, so that's what was with the. This is the biggest racing upset ever. Okay. Do 06 to 06. FACCAR, the Facteater's Requiem art. Facteater's Requiem art. My home. Oh yeah, Plushie Facts had like a comic series. And I was in it. And it was really cool, and I reposted it every day whenever I stopped tweeting. It's better, Ohio or Citrus. Oh yeah, that's the Ohio versus Citrus war. I've got nothing. One year ago, the Facteater Revolutionary War. I was the one who started it. Is them in fact still active? I feel like I haven't seen them in a while. Reposted May 13th. They're slightly active. That's good. Formal declaration of war. Don't fall for Big Lemon's propaganda. So 08, 08, and nothing. 09, 09. Oh yes, the FACCAR World Prix. It's crazy. Did I do anything? Did it become World Tour? I think it probably became World Tour. But yeah. Go to 10. 10. And you have anything? I don't see anything. Okay, well. I'm sure I can find out. I don't want to look at that. If I come here to FACCAR folder. I'm assuming I finished that one. I don't think I just like left one unfinished. Without like saying, hey, it's canceled or anything at least. I don't know what actually happened to that one, I guess. But anyways, yeah, Holiday Special 2 happened. And where was the roster? So Holiday Special 2 had Video Game Facts, Terraria Tidbits, SC Iron Acrid, Lemon Facts, Waybright, Backman Landon Defense, Devilish One Piece, Bonifarios, Plushy Facts, Full Church Medic, Mario Kart 8, Sans Facts, Look at You, Funky Flip Note, Mental Health Money, Sea Pickle, Golf Star, Terraria, Animated Soup, love to see them there, Mirage Facts, Winter Crusader, Mix L, Genius Soul Calibur, Mr. Fish, Bowser Fury, Wii U, Dingo, Morsher & Company, Nutcase, Monica, Professional Smart Person, Burger King, Switch Fan 101, Tumble Gaming Mike, One at the VA, Overwatch 2 Facts, Legendary Leafeon Facts, My Blower, Nintendo Facts, Ben 10, Boog, and Rhythm Thief. And then if I go... What, one? I guess this one must just not have happened. Oh no, it was 12th FACCAR Grand Prix World Tour. But it became the third... Okay. I just postponed it, I guess, to have another one in the middle of it. But who won this one? So, Holiday Special 2 was won by... Video Game Facts. Video Game Facts won the second Holiday Special. And then it looks like I announced FACCAR 12 would happen again. To which I know I made this little teaser set to ABBA, The Winner Takes It All. Yeah, and that's all you're going to hear for copyright reasons. Yeah, it just like goes through the winners of all of the FACCARs up to that point, which even includes Conman. It should. Yeah, there's Conman with the USA trophy, and then Plushy Facts with a Christmas tree trophy. Oh no, Rhythm Thief Facts with the FACCAR X trophy, and then Plushy with the Christmas tree trophy. Then Acrid Facts, and then Video Game with Xmas 2, 12th FACCAR World Tour. And there's me. There's me a few years ago with 2 copies of Fossil Fighters Frontier. Alright, now we'll do 2023. 01 30. 2023 is the year my account pretty much died. So I'm not expecting to see that much. Oh yeah, this was I rebranded to Freshtastic Fossil Fighter Facts at this point, which is a name that does come up in FACCAR. But yeah, I rebranded to that, and then the account kind of died until October, I want to say. I feel like it was October when I came back. Yeah. Here's a timeline thing. FACCAR 5 Holiday, FACCAR X, which goes into FACCAR Z, FACCAR X also goes into FACCAR the Facteater's Requiem. And FACCAR X also leads to FACCAR X the Post Games All the Time in the World. And All the Time in the World also leads into the Great Space Race, Facteater's Requiem, FACCAR Z. Alright. How long have I been streaming? I feel like it's been a while. Does it say? Almost 2 hours? Okay. So, I am going to end the stream here. And I will continue a second part probably tomorrow to, like, wrap up all the FACCAR lore. Thank you everyone for, like, coming out and, like, watching. And have a good day.